snagged in the middle. It's Branch. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Now improvising. Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here.
Clear. Green 25.
To throw, it's Stockton. He'll take a deep shot here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They go into the creative space, giving it to the wide receiver. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Running back searching for a hole. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Scrambling away. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range. But let's see if they choose to go for it here. The Sooners will try to move the chains on fourth down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. Crosses the 30, he's got away. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Trying play action. Looking to buy time. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Fire! Lizzie! Cut!
Back to throw, it's Stockton. That's caught. It's Branch. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10.
24. Black, cricket. Squirrel.
Looking to throw on first down. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Sets up the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He makes a grab, and that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the 1st half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the 2nd half.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Here's the handoff. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll pull it on the read. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He unleashes a long one. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. And the Sooners will boot away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Frazier. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Finds his man. It's Thomas. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. The Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Pound 55 weak.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. Makes the grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Beautiful job by the wide receiver because he knew where the 1st down sticks were, and he adjusted his route accordingly.
And the Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's set.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal, everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack, don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line, set up in such good position.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their... breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
He'll do it himself. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Sooners will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. ready for the first down. He'll work his way down to the 28.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you could see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air, it's Mateer. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you what, really good job by the defense, having vision on the quarterback. And as soon as he threw that football, man, they broke on the football right away, didn't waste time, and got the running back on the ground for no gain.
To the air on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps up. All of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
Griffin. Longer. Griffin.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Going deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game has completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
That's caught. It's Lewis. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation.
Turning it on! And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Got a man. It's Burks. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Burks. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think on offense here, in a 2-minute situation, down a possession, you got to think about taking shots down the field. The quick game, these screens, bubbles, swings, that's not going to work here.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Oh, what an exciting finish this is going to be. The offense has it one more time. One last drive, and time is winding down. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This crowd knows when to bring it. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice game. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in...
Trying to get it in. Touchdown Sooners! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Now adjusting. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Dances away. Throwing on the run. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this to tie things up in the final minute. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Not all close games.